Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. This morning, I'm going to be reacting to a gameplay requested by Jacqueline Hernandez. It's called Metro Last Light. Walkthrough playthrough done by PatologTV. Yes, guys, we are back with the Metro games. If you guys want to check out my previous reactions to Metro 2033 walkthrough playthrough done by PatologTV, the playlist card is going to be at the top here. If you guys want to check out my future reactions to Metro Last Light episodes or parts, remember the playlist card is also going to be at the top here. If you want to check out the original playlist as well as PatologTV's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. Yes, where we left off with Metro 2033, humanity is on its last legs after surviving World War III. Many of the citizens of the former country called Russia and the former city called Moscow are now living underground in the metro stations. They're trying to eke out an existence in the metro stations. The issue now is that they're surrounded by enemies, humans themselves fighting amongst each other, creatures, for instance, the Nosalis, the Dark Ones, the bats, the anomalies, the librarians, and all other forms of mutant types of creatures that have been created or born out of the nuclear fire that engulfed the earth. They're fighting against that as well. And also they're fighting against, the decay of their civilization in the metro stations. The infrastructure is dilapidated. The food and water infrastructure is also becoming dilapidated. The lack of communication and trade amongst all the stations is also degrading, and really things are just not looking good. And to top it all off, on the surface there is nuclear waste, there is radiation all over the place. It's cold, since the earth is now blanketed into like a nuclear winter experience, if I can say that. Earth is not really conducive for life right now. So humanity is faced with a lot of issues, and they are trying to eke out an existence in this mess. We've been following the story of Artyom, who comes from the exhibition station. He has the ability to talk to a very powerful race of beings called the Dark Ones. The Dark Ones are psychic, and they are not inherently violent towards humanity. It's just that when they try to talk with human beings, their psychic abilities overwhelm the human mind, and humans go mad and they start killing each other. And the communication between humanity and the Dark Ones is a failure. And from that failure comes the perception that the Dark Ones are the enemy, the Dark Ones are demons that need to be killed because they're so dangerous. Artyom is the only one who understands that they're not actually here to kill us, they are here to communicate with us. And he's the only one who can actually understand them and converse with them. Now, I did not know any of this information during Metro 2033. The way they depicted the Dark Ones, it showed them as the enemy in Metro 2033, sorry. And they were working together with the Nosalis, and I already saw them as the enemy, and I wanted them destroyed. There were two options at the end of the game, whether to save the Dark Ones or to destroy the Dark Ones. I chose destroy because I didn't have enough information to support this notion that the Dark Ones are actually peaceful. They want to communicate with humanity. They want a dialogue. I didn't have enough information on that. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens in Metro Last Light, whether there's going to be a way for the Dark Ones to return, and whether Artyom is still going to be the main player, the main character in this game, I'm not sure, and whether he'll be able to communicate with the Dark Ones. And yes, There is light at the end of the tunnel for humanity in the metro stations. They have found a military facility called D6 that has got tanks, surface-to-air missiles, other forms of artillery weapons, personal weapons as well, and the entire facility is also a very large complex with facilities that can be used by humanity to save humanity from this situation that they face, in terms of all the types of enemies that they must fight against. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I believe that D6 is going to be part of that light. Yeah. Okay. Let us continue with this game, Metro Last Light. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
When asked how it all started, I always tell that it all began that day when we went to botanical gardens. We, meaning yours truly, and 2 of my friends. Whose idea was it to visit the abandoned station? Who persuaded the others to go? I always tell them that I don't remember. I always lie. It is a safe lie. Or there is no way to ascertain the truth. Both Vitaly and Eugene are dead now. The massive airlock doors shrugged and opened with a grinding sound, opening a road to hell for us and a road into the metro for the demons. But in fact, it all started that day when Mother said we should take a walk in the botanical gardens and go there by metro. I remember how we took a short escalator to the surface, how we exited a spacious glass pavilion and saw a street buried in green. I remember the smoke clouds moving across the limitless sky, and soft, cool wind on my face. Mother bought me an ice cream. That was the last time I tasted it. That day, humanity was executed. The righteous and the sinful were called to be rendered according to their deeds. And we hid from God's sight in the metro. And we were saved from his wrath. And he apparently decided that flushing us out wasn't worth the trouble. Then he went about his business, or perhaps died, while we stayed on this used up and discarded earth and continued just going with it, going nowhere. I remember so many random, unnecessary things, yet I don't remember the most important one. My mother's face. She died very soon after the war started. All that remains of her is that day in the gardens. How I wished I could recall her face. The way she looked at me. The way she whispered that I have nothing to fear. I'd sell my soul just to recall that. I'd do that any day, any time. And I did. The Dark Ones came much later, from the garden's direction. The Dark Ones, huge, towering a full head over the highest man. Nightmarish creatures, creepy as a man turned inside out. Monsters born to destroy us, The word was they were incredibly strong and unnaturally evil. That with bare paws they could tear armed men apart. That's all lies. Truth is even scarier.
Wow, okay, that was an interesting opening to the game. Yeah, you know, the story of how humanity fell after the nuclear war that they had during World War III is quite sad. But there is one thing that I have an issue with in terms of how they depicted the citizens of Moscow, you know, in the train station. They're still wearing the same clothing that we find the people of the metro stations wearing. You know, very haggard looking, you know, I don't know. I expected them to look elegant, you know, suits and ties, and children with the latest Adidas or Nike tracksuits or something, you know, or ladies with dresses and you know, beautiful skirts or something, you know. It just looked like they transported those metro citizens, metro station citizens, into that video of how they were depicting how Moscow was looking like before the World War, you know. So yeah, the people there kind of look the same. Or maybe because it's cold, it's winter in Moscow during that time. But then there was no snow. It was green, it was sunshine, it was looking very beautiful. It's just that the people weren't really dressed the way I thought they would be dressed. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm nitpicking on something that maybe I should not have, but I just got that notion in my mind. Yeah, okay, let's continue. Sorry about that.
Well, I used to live nearby. Before the war, I mean, up there. I was on the train when it happened. I tried calling my family, but couldn't get through. What the? What happened? Shit!
What I'm trying to understand is, why are the Dark Ones continuing this endeavor of theirs to try to communicate with us like this? Why? When they know what happens.
Wake up, Artyom. It's me, Khan.
Hey, Khan.
No wonder, after all you've been through.
Long time no see.
I have incredible news. A couple of days ago, I was near the ruins of the Dark One's hive, and I saw one of them, still alive. I immediately set out to find you, as you were the one they tried to contact, before you launched the missile strike against them.
Okay, so they chose the destruction path from Metro 2033. You don't get to necessarily choose which side you're on, whether you're going to talk to them and negotiate with them or destroy them. You know, that decision from Metro 2033 does not continue with Metro Last Light. Interesting. Okay.
Khan, how the hell did you get here? Get out, now!
Yes, Ullman, one moment.
Hey!
If a Dark One has survived, it is vital that you try to speak with it, Artyom. I realize that as one of the Order now, you report to Miller. But we must persuade him to allow this mission.
Khan, I told you to get out! This is a classified base. You shouldn't even be here.
Why not?
Colonel Miller.
What is Khan going to do? Isn't he part of the Order as well, in some sort of way?
At the exit.
Move it, you windbag.
I knew a smoker once. And
besides, Khan helped you guys find this place too, didn't he?
And breathe through a tiny hole
So I don't know why are they kicking him out. Ullman, what's wrong with you, man? Why are you kicking him out? Nice room. It's far better than the one in exhibition, definitely. Nice, very nice. Books all over the place. Yes, he's a reader. Artyom likes to read. Ooh, a tape player. Nice.
We found this place a while ago, but I still can't get used to it.
Strange place, this D6. I didn't know they ever built bunkers this large.
The story is, construction started in Stalin's time and went on until the USSR broke down. War was inevitable, they said. The people believed in a better future. Our leaders put their money on Armageddon.
And did D6 save them? No, they couldn't reach it in time. And here, it stood for 30 years until our guys stumbled on it. Everything inside was untouched. Weapons, medicine. Like finding buried treasure, eh?
I suppose it's nice down here since they got the reactor working.
You know, I haven't forgotten that D6 was filled with these spider, scorpion types of creatures with their eggs all over the place. So you might find that the people who came here were already starting to get consumed by these creatures. And that's why the base is so well preserved, because all the personnel that came here died before they were even able to use it. So keep your eyes open. Those creatures could still be here. Yuck.
Lights, the heat. But still, it doesn't feel right. Like, it's too damn good, you know?
Quit whining.
Don't jinx
Gift
it.
from your ancestors. Enough to survive down here for decades. Maybe until the world up there will take us back.
Привет, Artyom. Artyom was one of the men who found D6. They gave him a ranger's badge on the spot.
Yeah, it's nice for him. I had to spend 2 years as a cadet before they accepted me into the order.
Well, you're here now. Congratulations to you too. And besides, Artyom has been on the field far longer than you. He's done things. He's seen things.
They can keep dreaming in the metros. For me, it still feels like every patrol outside could be the last. Did you hear what happened to Romanov's group?
Romanov? I thought he was in the hospital from the attack on the Great Library.
Discharged last week, so his squad is sent through the marshes to the George base. And Romanov's the only one who makes it there alive.
You're shitting me. The rest of the group? Wiped out?
It's probably the
Markers
dark
are easy.
ones.
You just look for the markers and flags and walk
I just
along
don't know
and
why
circle
are they
down. A child
still trying to communicate when they know that they can't communicate with us.
But come on,
You know?
what could take a whole
Or they're trying to look for another Artyom
No idea.
amongst humanity, you know, amongst the people that they try to talk to.
Floor prey. Since then, he doesn't eat, doesn't react to people. He just speaks to God.
But Romanov's not expecting an answer.
It's not funny, guys. It's not funny. Oh, scientists. They finally have a proper laboratory to work in.
Come on, you have 5 more sets of 30.
Look at those two rookies. Pathetic.
Doing good.
No
Carry
wonder
on.
the colonel ordered training time
Put
double.
the gun down.
Sharper. Move sharper.
Why are you... Hey, hey, hey.
Keep your back straight. Tighten your gun. What's with the beer belly?
That is highly irregular.
Heard about what you did? Respect, man. Word is, there's shit in the marshes. Maybe worse than the Dark Ones. Stay out of there.
Nothing worse than the dark ones, guys.
That was a
There's
mighty
nothing
fine
worse.
barbecue made of those dark ones. Whatever people might say, the Rangers were right to bring you into the Order. We need men like you.
There he is, our hero. I also heard Miller himself sent for you. You should head to Miller's office. The Colonel's not known for his patience.
There's nothing worse or more powerful than the dark ones. The way they're able to manipulate our minds There's nothing else that can do that so far.
Hello,
that I've
John.
seen.
Welcome to the armory. I hear you're a ranger now, huh? We must
And
get a
remember,
drink
they're
sometime
not
to
doing it
celebrate. For now, let's
for
give
the
you-
intention of killing us. They're just trying to
First
talk
things
to
first.
us.
You're going to need a
Yeah.
gas mask. You can't make a step on the surface without a gas mask. It's been 20 years and the radiation's still strong enough in some places to boil water. There are hotspots down here in the metro, too. Don't forget filters for the mask. Sure, it looks cool enough even without these, but they definitely make it better for your health. Now medkits. Well, what can I say? Anything you need for survival in a stylish orange case.
True, very
Here's your
true.
advance salary for this month. Remember, your pay is in military-grade rounds. Sure, you can use them as usual ammo for some hefty extra damage, but saving them to buy guns, attachments, regular ammo and equipment for merchants anywhere in the metro seems like a smarter move. Haha, alright. Now for the good stuff, huh? Let's get you some guns. Take the ones you want and try them out on my range.
Well, there's a conveyor system now that shows all the guns. Nice.
Rifles are good for long-range targets, but you don't want to get caught with your pants down if something creeps up behind you.
So we're still using the same guns from Metro 33. Pretty much. Yeah. Shooting range. Let's go. But you know, you're not shooting rats like how Artyom. Which station was it? I can't remember the name of the station. But he was shooting rats at the target range place. Yeah, that was very. It was very weird, and also looked very fun, but also sad, you know, because these rats are just dying in this shooting range. So yeah, it was a bit weird. Wow, the Order really is using this place to its fullest, you know, capability. This entire D6 facility.
The fact that D6 has been found to anyone in the metro. The colonel says someone already spilled the beans. The stations are crawling with rumors. Each like crazier than the last. Food for 10 million, super weapons, super machinery.
The others claim there's a radio down here powerful enough to contact the bunkers in Siberia, where the president and the government are holed up. Yeah, it's madness.
Alright, so people are spreading rumors about D6.
No way, the base is clear. It means the part we're in. They have checked it.
Yesterday, the commander and I checked the doors. Lots of them are still sealed. Some are welded shut. And there's a few that look like they were locked from inside.
So what?
So there's radioactive shit behind some of those doors. Hot enough to bake an egg.
Remember the last time? Ate an egg.
Look,
There's a reactor here, right?
on the other side of the facility. I'm not sure it's safe here. Maybe this place wasn't designed as a shelter.
What else?
No idea, but I wouldn't fuck with any of the sealed doors.
Wheeler's calling the group leaders in. There's going to be a big assembly.
Please, Osip, let me smoke in peace.
I was on duty in the Situation Room yesterday, so I heard something. Seems like there's all kinds of things stirring up.
What do you mean?
The Reds are mobilizing. They've recruited old men, schoolboys, sent them off to training camps. I tell you, war is coming.
Who are they going to fight?
The usual suspects, probably. The Nazis.
It reminds me. The sentry topside spotted 3 legal groups of white stalkers. Strange. Nazis have never been on site in such numbers before.
3 groups, you said? Where?
2 of the squads came close to this place. Serbia, son. The Nazis checked the waves, the cellars, as if they were searching for an entry point.
Shit. Think they know we found D6?
Hard to say. Maybe. It's not good.
If they do try to get in, they're finished. Miller has tripled the guards.
True. He knows about the Nazis. But if we eliminate the scouts, they'll just send more. And if they do get in, I think the Order can hold off the Reich.
Slow down. The Order is neutral. We are the guardians of the entire metro. We protect our fellow humans from monsters and mutants. What state would dare go to war against us?
Let me finish the story. There was a third group of Nazis, remember? They were seen at exhibition on surface. We had sentries there, Scalpel and Rost. They were reporting in, said the Nazis were charging them, and the line went dead.
Wait, Rost is missing in action?
No, not missing. He was found dead, along with Scalpel. A dozen rounds in each of them, and finished with headshots.
Shit. It was just his birthday last week. We had a drink. What kind of sick fucker would do that to him?
Interesting. Okay, so the Reds and the Nazis are mobilizing for war. Especially the Reds. They are gathering a lot of men and children for a battle. A war probably against the Nazis or maybe against the Order, because the Order has D6. And yeah, I did, think about this, that, after the destruction of the Dark Ones, and if the Spartan Order consolidates its power in D6, they are going to become a magnet for attracting other groupings in the metro stations. And now that we're hearing that the Reds as well as the Nazis are mobilizing, it is going to be a bit of a concern, because we've also just heard that the entire base or facility has not been explored. There are some doors that are still sealed shut. There are some doors that have been welded shut, meaning that there are probably creatures, those spider, scorpion eggs inside those places, or it's radiation. And there are some places that they have not explored yet, and maybe the Nazis or the Reds might find a new path into this D6 facility. So there is a lot of issues that need to be covered by Miller, because he's still the leader of the Order. And it's going to be a very serious situation that needs to be dealt with as soon as possible, because other metro stations are also, coming up with rumors about D6. And I think they need to disclose what this place really is to everybody as soon as possible, instead of having people whip up all of these rumors about what's going on here. What does D6 actually have? They need to come out clean to the metro stations and tell them that this is a military facility. We still haven't explored the entire place top to bottom. If you want representatives in the D6 facility, please bring them, so that you will have people who you trust, who you'll be able to communicate with, and whatever questions that you have, these guys or these representatives will be able to return to the stations and inform the people about what's going on in D6. Because we don't want this miscommunication between the stations and D6, because it will create animosity. It will create, untrust. Trust will be broken, if I can say that, between the Order and the civilians. So there needs to be a PR campaign where people can understand what's going on here in this facility. I think the Order needs to also start mobilizing and having extra security for D6, because the Nazis and the Reds, they're not going to give up. If they see there's an avenue or a chance to get into this place, they're probably going to take it. Yeah.
So, you're an expert on hell and its denizens? At last, someone with a common interest. We should talk. The last 500 years have been so boring.
The Colonel has forbidden going out of the well-known areas. Our recon team was lost yesterday in one of the side tunnels.
Pay no attention to this clown, Alex. Open the gates.
He's not a clown, old man.
Have you heard about Lesnitsky?
What are you talking about?
Check with the guards at the lab.
Code 44.
What the hell did he do?
Here ya, opening up.
All right, let's go.
Oh yeah, it's that
The tombs of
elevator.
ancient kings were filled with whatever they might need in the afterlife. Weapons, gold, chariots. They'd sacrifice their wives and slaves to serve their lords even in death. Reminds me of this bunker.
Cut that shit out.
Khan is telling the truth here, old man. It actually does seem like it.
Like what the conqueror took with him beyond.
Like it's a burial tomb for the kings.
And wild steeds and treasures untold. Of course, the tomb raiders would always die horribly, killed by demons or ghosts, or their own greed.
Khan, will you shut up or what? Hey, I heard that Lesnitsky did something. What happened?
Nobody knows. Lesnitsky was at the lab. When the next shift came, the door was open and the lab ransacked. Lesnitsky was gone.
Shit! So, what's inside?
Chemical weapons, maybe some other shit. That's all I heard.
God damn it. The Colonel's going to tear me a new one because of Lesnitsky. A red-hot poker right into my soul. If I still had one.
You know, the graphics look better compared to Metro 2033. It's just that the hairstyles, I don't know what's going on there. Ullman looked like a Toy Story, you know, toy from those movies, you know, with his hairstyle there. It just looked so weird, like it's not real, like it's plastic. Like his hair is plastic. It's so shiny and so plastic looking. Yeah. Sorry, old man, your hair doesn't look all right. And yeah, this person, Lenitsky, he took some canisters of chemical weapons and probably is going to sell them or give them over to the Reds or the Nazis or whoever else, and that's concerning. Security breaches like this are very concerning, especially with technology meant for war in this D6 facility. Such things should always be taken with the utmost care, because not only will they be able to destroy the enemies of humanity, but humanity itself. You know, we don't know what kind of chemical this person has. It might actually be a disease, you know, a virus, and it could spread to all the stations, and a lot of people could die. And this fool decided that he's going to take it and he's probably going to sell it or give it over to another group. Madness.
All right, let's go. We might control D6, but it's like a damn city down here. All the bunkers, the nooks and crannies and exits. Still, a base the order dreamed of finding.
Guys just came back from the ring. They say Hansa is strengthening the sentry points along the whole line, especially the ones close to the Nazis.
We just left the briefing. 2 Nazi assault teams have started the fight with the raids somewhere on the surface.
Over what?
Maybe find out. What are they doing on the surface in the first place? They never went there in such numbers before.
HQ thinks they're looking to break into this place.
Well, you couldn't hide the news forever, and now they're all salivating over D6.
Seems like we'll have to share.
With hungry wolves? They're going to share you, bro. And then each other.
Poor choice of words there. Poor choice of words, but I understand what you mean. Yeah.
They've never touched the order before.
Because the order was like a hedgehog. No meat to speak of and too much trouble getting to it. But now we have lots of meat and they all want to bite.
Did you hear about Scalpel and Roast? They say it's the Nazis.
Big mistake. Miller does not forget such things. We'll find those responsible in time. All of them.
And they will sleep with the fishes.
I've got a feeling like before the war. In the summer. When a thunderstorm was coming and the air was thick and human. Suffocating.
I was 2 when the war started. You're talking about storms? I don't remember that shit.
I wonder if my son even knows the word storm. I'll ask him when I get home.
Don't talk about home either.
Yeah, they still miss home. They want to be home right now with their families.
Hey, anyone know what the buzz is about? Why the summons?
I hear the Reds are mobilizing. Maybe Hansa too.
What's that?
People say the Reds are sending their agents into Hansa via neutral stations. Looks like they're onto something.
There's word the Nazis are sniffing around for our treasure.
Do they know what's in here? All the weapons and shit?
Well, genius, if they thought it was a diaper storage facility, they'd leave it alone.
What if they find the entrances? Storm the bunker?
Any of our men is worth 5 Reds, and the exchange rate for the Nazis is also quite favorable.
You forget, the Red Line's got 15,000 people. They could kill with numbers alone.
My God.
Quantity over quality.
Thousands. Hundreds. Arsini, this is the only sum you need to know. 0. That's the number we fight to. The last man.
Exactly. A war with no winner.
Miller ordered all our men assembled here on this base.
Let's hear what he has to say at the assembly. I have a bad feeling.
Remember what Miller said when we found these 6? With these treasures, with these weapons, we'll become men again. Take back the surface, wipe it clean of mutants. And this is where we find ourselves.
What did you expect? If starving men smell a hot dinner, they'll kill each other for a bite.
Can't help thinking. The entire Metro has been offered a chance at salvation. And all we can do is go to war over it.
Ivan, it's not us, it's them. The Order is protecting D6, we're its guardian angels.
Angels don't place machine guns at every entrance to massacre intruders.
But angels do have weapons.
We are the sword of retribution.
Angels attack and defend, so I don't know what you're talking about there.
Crumman,
Okay.
take these guys to Miller. They've been summoned.
Yes, sir.
All right, go on in. I'll wait here. When you've gone, I'll speak to Miller.
You know, I don't want to say this, right? But let me just say it. You know, I think the people in the metro stations and, you know, wherever else on this planet, they need an emperor of mankind. They need a Warhammer 40k styled leader right now. I don't think Miller is the person. I don't know. He also kind of probably might become a warlord of some sort. I'm not sure. But they need someone who's going to unite humanity under one banner. This thing of us having our factions, whether they're the Reds or the Nazis or the Hansa or the other different metro stations, it needs to come to an end now. It needs to come to an end. There are too few of us. We're scattered. And we need to have one voice, one vision, one ethos, and, you know, one leadership that's going to drag us out of this, you know, this doldrum that we're in right now. We need a God Emperor of mankind. Oh my gosh.
The bombing of the Dark Ones may have been humanity's worst mistake. What if they meant us no harm, but were trying to communicate? Perhaps the severe pain and loss of consciousness suffered in their presence just meant we were incompatible.
Khan, you're talking the truth.
Different wiring. But somehow you, Artyom, have the common wire. The connection with the Dark Ones. Yes. People died at Exhibition, your home station. Hunter, the best of the Order, is most likely dead as well. And he taught you this. If we don't fight for our lives in this new world, we'll be devoured. It is the law of evolution. But I would argue, the old laws no longer apply.
I agree, Khan. I agree. We need to adapt to this new world that we live in.
All right, Artyom, and you, Khan, you have something to report?
Yes, Colonel. Let's keep it short then.
I located the surviving Dark One at the gardens.
What? One of those things is still alive?
Luckily, yes.
Luckily? Come, this is utter madness. The Dark Ones were the greatest threat the Order's ever faced.
Colonel, just give me a chance. A single Dark One is no threat. Artyom has a gift. I believe he can establish contact with the creature. Let him come with me.
All right. Artyom, go with Khan to the gardens and locate the Dark One. I'll send a sniper along. My best. Anna.
Yes, sir.
Why would we need a sniper?
To eliminate the creature and finish the Order's job.
Miller, you can't! It's murder!
Restrain him!
You idiot! You're making the same mistake that...
We're done here. Escort Khan out of here.
Artyom! It's your last chance for forgiveness! For getting rid of the nightmares!
Forget about
You
Khan.
tried.
Looks like he got close. Too close to the creature and lost his mind. Look here, Artyom. Complete the mission and get back here quickly. A war is coming, and I'll need every ranger at his post. On your way.
So, what are you waiting for? Come along, Rabbit.
Artyom, if it's true that the Dark Ones can sense you, maybe you could draw it out from hiding so Anna can have a clear shot. But do me a favor. Don't let the Dark One get into your mind, or Anna will have 2 targets. Is that understood? We now suspect Lesnitsky was a sleeper agent, but we haven't verified who's running him. Your job is to intercept him before he delivers the stolen container. Understood?
Yes, sir.
If Lesnitsky escapes with the container, the entire metro's at risk. So if you can't take him alive, you damn well better bring me his head.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Yeah, here we go. Note 1. I must do what Hunter demanded of me, what Miller ordered me, and or what Anna expects of me. Sorry, guys. I must prove to them all that I deserve to be one of them, to be one of the Order's fighters, to dedicate my life to the protection of humanity, the protection of the Metro. The mission is tailor-made for me. I am the only one impervious to the influence of the Dark Ones. Perhaps I was born to rid humanity of them once and for all. And now I am one step from fulfilling that task. So why am I so uneasy? It's because you've been given a different path by Khan. You don't need to kill them.
Don't tell me you believe that bullshit about making peace with the Dark Ones. I wish I had been up in that tower myself to
I was
see
like
the
you,
missiles
Anna.
fall and watch them burn in their nests.
I was like you.
Come on, Rabbit. Would you let those things into the Metro? Let them crawl into our brains so they could use us like animals. Maybe we could mate with them, so the children could live on the surface and feed off the radiation.
Anna, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? No, ladies, calm down, slow down. Where are you going with this mating thing? Nah. This lady is funny. You're funny, and Anna, you're funny. You're very funny.
You don't shake hands with the devil.
Please step away from the edge of the platform. Train coming in.
Alright, hop in like a good little rabbit.
Why does she keep calling you Rabbit? It's kind of cute, though.
Well, we've worn this place out. Let's move.
Okay guys, that is it with Metro Last Light, walkthrough playthrough done by PatologTV, requested by Jacqueline Hernandez. Yeah, we have been given a full overview of what's happening in D6. It's now under the control of the Spartan Order, and Miller is the commanding officer in the facility. However, it seems like D6 is surrounded with controversies. There are metro stations out there that are spreading rumors about the place, that it's got super weapons, that it's got food that can feed millions of people. There's a lot of stories hovering around D6, and I've been saying that there needs to be like a PR campaign where ambassadors from the different stations will be able to come to D6 and see it for themselves and see what's going on here, and then they'll be able to return to their stations and tell the leaderships of their stations what's actually going on in D6. There needs to be something like that happening as soon as possible. And we've also heard of information that the Nazis and the Reds and another station called Hansa are mobilizing for a war against probably the Spartan Order, or probably themselves. We're not entirely sure yet what's actually going on, but there is information out there that the Reds and the Nazis are snooping around D6, trying to see what's going on, whether there's different types of entrances that they could use to enter into the base. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on with the other factions of humanity. And then Artyom is having nightmares or having dreams about the Dark Ones, trying to communicate with other human beings, and it's going horribly wrong, of course, because no one else can withstand the kind of psychic emanations coming from the Dark Ones like Artyom. So I wonder why the Dark Ones continue to persist in this manner of trying to communicate with people that won't be able to understand them. Why are they still doing this? Or what are they trying to say to Artyom through his nightmares or dreams? I'm just wondering about that. And Khan, of course, he's still advocating for the protection of the Dark Ones, whatever are left of them after the missile strike. Miller is having none of it. He doesn't want to listen to any other type of option or suggestion on saving the Dark Ones. He sees them as humanity's greatest threat. I used to be just like him. I used to be just like Anna as well. But now I'm in the middle. I'll be patient. I will wait and see what happens with the Dark Ones. So yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm in the middle. I don't want to kill them, and I don't really want to communicate with them just yet. Yeah, let Artyom do what he can do, and we'll see after that. Yeah. And yeah, guys, I guess that's it. That's it for today with the first video on the playlist for Metro Last Light walkthrough playthrough done by PatologTV. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as PatologTV's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully. Okay. Bye-bye.